Digital bank Revolut is now open for business in Brazil, in Latin America. Joining us now to discuss that is Revolut Brazil CEO Glauber Mota. It's great to have you, Glauber, on.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. We wanted to understand from you, is this the right time for Revolut to open for business in Brazil, given the macroeconomic conditions we were just talking about? And also, Revolut is trying to get a license, let's say, in the UK, and that's not been possible. So just give us a sense of why now.
Thank you for the question. Actually, Revolut has the mission to unlock all things money, simplify everything related to money for clients. It includes also crypto for sure. Brazil is one of the most active crypto markets that we have live today, actually the fifth biggest market. When you look for in terms of size of population, we still have a lot of room to grow in terms of crypto holders. We do have today about between 10 to 15 crypto holders. If you put in that perspective in terms of investments, this is twice or three times the numbers of people that holds positions on the Brazilian stock exchange. That shows the demand side of things. In terms of regulatory landscape, we have been evolving a lot as well. So a lot of compliments for the work that the Brazilian Central Bank and the local SAC, the CVM, is doing to develop the market. So we do see a huge opportunity for Brazil, and very aligned with our mission, that is simplify all things money, and then introduce for Brazilians an easy and safe way to experience that market.
Right. We understand that the market in Brazil is ripe for involvement. That is very clear. I guess the question is, at the back of what's happened with FTX and several other platforms in the crypto space that have had to pull back their expansion, we're asking the question out here that why is Revolut at this point in time, when macroeconomic conditions are slightly weak, going into a country like Brazil, which may be ripe, but at the end of the day, it requires investment. It requires a lot of resources to be pulled out there. And look what's happened with Revolut in the recent past. It's faced a string of controversies, delayed filing of accounts, EU regulatory breaches and fines. These are just some of the things that we know of. So just want to understand more about that.
So you're right that require investments, that require a lot of resources, and but Revolut has been a benchmark for this market around the world. So we is not the first attempt of Revolut to enter into the crypto market. It's been good experiences everywhere it enters. And that's why in a volatile market, when a lot of challenge can happen, we are prioritizing how to invest and how to help our clients to better understand this market, to learn about it, and actually become more savvy and enter into the market in a safer way. So that's why we created this platform that's called Learn and Earn, where the client can do from the basics to the more complex concepts in terms of crypto, learn about it, experiment, and then when they are confident that they are able and understand better the markets, then that they can enter into it. So this is several ways in order to promote a better environment for clients as well. So challenge of the markets are there for everybody. We believe that we are well positioned to help these clients on this journey to create and simplify and all things money.
Amitaj referenced Brazil's regulation at the top of this segment, and I'd like to hear from you how the regulation in Brazil is helping to enable you grow your business, and maybe compare that to what's going on in the US.
Actually, Brazil is being a highlight in terms of how it evolved in terms of regulation. A lot of compliments for the Brazilian Central Bank and our SEC developments. Knowing where to go and how to play in the market with safer conditions is the way to go. We are 100% pro-regulation, and we are working closely for the local associations of crypto in order to better understand that and then contribute for the market. So we want to be playing this in the right way. So that's why we just started with this 90 tokens availability in our platform, allowing clients to trade in a closed loop, experimenting the crypto, and we may evolve for other potential features as soon we get local regulatory environment also evolving. A lot of players working on that, so we are happy to be in this market that, in my view, is going the right path.
All right. Just also tell us your in the initial response you've got from customers in Brazil, very briefly, if you could. Of course, we can imagine it was good, but do you see any challenges that reflect, a bit of a bridge for just understanding how retailers in different regions react to Revolut, and that could give us a bit of a geographical map of how retailers are different across the world?
Sure. So we are live in the market just for 5 days. So it's still early to get, let's say, more mature data to analyze. But what I can say is a big portion of our initial clients has been trying to test our platform. So it's very initial numbers, but we are, let's say, confident that it's been, let's say, a good opportunity in order to bring to the market easier, with better UX way for clients to test crypto. We have a lot of other players in the market, very specialized on their own verticals. But Revolut has been highlighting as a good UX, and we believe that's going to be also a good opportunity for us. Let's ask me again in a few weeks, then we're going to have a better mature numbers in order to share for you.
I want to zoom out just a little bit here. You've had a long career in banking. I'd love to get your opinions on the banking crisis in the US and hear any predictions you have.
No predictions at the moment, but I can say that all these crises and learnings has been great to develop the markets. I have experienced crises in 2008. I have gone through as a liquidity manager to idiosyncratic crises and reputation crises on the banks. Basel III have evolved a lot, and then other crises happen. Recent events also brings highlights of how markets can recover fast and how we're better prepared than before we are. Of course, that's a long journey and a lot of learners to come. And within new markets, we have to develop together and hand-to-hand with regulators. So we are in better position today than we are a couple of years ago, and markets evolving the right path.
All right, thank you very much for providing that insight. That was Revolut Brazil CEO Glauber Mota.